Welcome back. This video is going to be my opinion on watch winders, and I'm going to talk about my first watch winder and my new watch winder. I've only owned two, so I don't think I have a lot to say on the topic, but I will say that in watching a lot of YouTube videos, having used these, I think at the end of the day they're a watch accessory, and whether you're pro or con to these, it really should be something that complements you with the hobby. I wish the one thing I had learned early on was, as you look at this watch winder, my first one, the design of these sideways watch winders are cool so you can see the watches, but I don't think it's a good idea over time. You can see how this has been falling apart, it's grooved in, it works, but it's just a bad design which can basically affect your watch collection. And so I'll talk more about this winder and the new one going forward. My new watch winder, I wanted to make sure it would hold the kind of watches that I wanted to have on display, but I also didn't want to spend a lot of money, but I definitely wanted to avoid the mistakes I had with the black watch winder. I found this one on eBay, and it is about a $200, $150 unit. It was packed really well, looks really great, and it comes with a lot of really interesting features. And those are the things that I think anybody should take into consideration when looking at a watch winder. Things such as just being able to turn on and off or bi-directional. You really need to look for more than that. You need to look at, does the winder have different variable speeds, multi-direction? Do all of the individual spinners operate independently? Even how the watches are held. And I'll show you later on why that's important. So here we can see kind of the watch winder set up, and I didn't really need it, but it came with a remote, and it's fun. I mean, that's really the short and sweet to it. It lights up, so it really makes for a great display of any watch that you have. As you can see, I've got my AP in the upper left, and I've got this all filled out. I'm holding off showing you all the watches because I want to make videos on those. But what's really great is that I can set the different speeds where I can have a minimal amount of spins for the AP, whereas for the other watches that need more winding to keep a power reserve, I can increase the amount of rotation. And all of that really just comes down to how much wear and tear do you want to do on your watches. Reality is the other watch winder, the old one, didn't have any kind of variables or different settings. And with the angle, I just don't feel like I was doing any justice to my watches. Now, I will say the watches that were on that old winder work fine. They needed to be serviced, but other than that, it's just one of those things that if you think you're causing damage, why even use it? Whereas I feel this vertical setup will last a lot better. The thing is, with the gray one, and a lot of watch winders have these really soft cushions that make it easy to push in and out. What I find though is that as the watches rotate on these cushions, they tend to move around, which can also cause additional unnecessary damage. This newer watch winder has a spring-loaded container so that once you get the watch on there, it's nice, tight, firm, and then you can lock it in. So in reality, you're getting good solid turns, you're getting the power reserve you want, you're not breaking the bank. And frankly, those are my thoughts on watch winder. Yeah, you can disagree, but at the end of the day, it's a great accessory that I enjoy with my collection.